Good morning.
Good morning, Ed.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
So I appreciate you guys taking a good look at the new Denise taking a good look at the new Connect. Because it was I don't like global mutexes. They drive me nuts. So I think we're still waiting on Andre. Okay, we'll give it a couple more minutes, then we'll get going. All right then. So let's go ahead. Let me get going. I think Andre will be with us shortly. He just pinged me to let me know that he was having some trouble with Zoom. All right. All right, so let's see, we've got up a reviewer approved draft.
Oh, I think this issue can be moved to ICE box.
Okay.
Because of, yes.
Okay. What was the resolution then? Is it just? Okay. So reviews in progress. Memory-based separate application. I apologize. I will have a look at that. I've been very distracted the last week. Resource cleanup chain element
has merged this PR.
Okay, so go ahead and close.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. Resource cleanup chain element.
This also is done.
Good. Awesome. The improved performance of chain adapters plus next.
Well, this
Hey guys,
also.
sorry.
I'm sorry, what? Hey, welcome.
Oh, this PR also has merged.
Oh, good. All right. Interdomain chain elements. I know we're having an ongoing conversation there. I would
Oh.
highly encourage other folks to take a look at the doc and to join that conversation.
Yep. Also, I have created first issue. It is issue 349. The first issue in the to-do list.
49?
349.
Cool. Okay, it's actually already in the list, but not in that column. So yes.
Yes, and I planning to start with this issue
Okay.
at first.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And I've put a few comments there, which hopefully were helpful. Not all of them are.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
So the network manager application stuff, I think I owe you a review on the command NS manager repo, Andre. I've gone through it a couple of times.
Yeah,
I've got
it's under review. It's ready to review.
Yeah, I've gone through it a couple of times, and I'll just, effectively what it comes down to is, it feels in my gut a little bit overcomplicated, moving everything to a separate start manager function. But when I go and look at what you've actually done, I have a hard time articulating how you could have done it better. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I'm trying to figure out that in my own head. All right, so in progress, handle the case where network service endpoint is already set. I think I just merged this.
Yep, it is merged.
Okay, excellent. Advanced tests with Experian registry. I think this is still under review.
Yep.
Okay. Add and refresh chain elements.
Oh, for this issue, I also have provided PR, and it is already merged.
Okay, good. Excellent. Interdomain, bulk NSC, registry endpoints.
Yeah, I also found a root case, and the problem is fixed. But
this is fantastic.
Actually, I wait React from the reporter.
Yep, no, that's fair. And it looks like the fix has been merged. So let's leave this open for a little bit to give the reporter time to respond. But hopefully that fixes it. Thank you. That didn't look like an easy problem to track down. What did it end up being?
Oh,
actually, it was, I think, easy problem. So
they always are.
With ease. Yeah, we just forgot to do external and internal IP switch for bulk
IP in case of streaming.
Okay. No, it's always one. My favorite ever. Go ahead. Go ahead, Denise.
Denise?
Oh, sorry. This problem.
Okay, we don't hear what's the problem is with.
I think we're losing your audio. I think we're losing your audio, Denise, because we hear you start, but then we don't hear you anything past like the first.
Yeah, as I remember, the change log I've reviewed it. Registry was switching public and remote IPs in register NSE, but was not same for the bulk operations.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, it's always the simple things. My personal favorite ever for that is very early in my career, I was sent to chase down a problem with a DSP that was processing dial tones, you know, those noises that phones used to make when you'd press the digits. And it turns out that there were exacting standards for detecting them. And I spent 3 weeks building a set of tooling that would walk the frequency space to figure out which ones weren't being detected by the DSP code. When the whole thing settled down to the end, it was a single character bug. Something was less than what it should have been less than or equal to. Took 3 weeks to find them. It was really, really vicious.
Oops, sorry, I got problems with my internet connection.
Okay. So this is closed then? Or we will close this. We'll move this to, let's put it sort of in reviewer approved. Wait for this guy to get back to us.
Yep.
Cool. Advanced OPA policies, I think we're holding this open, waiting for being able to demonstrate it. Industrial grade VL3 domain, I owe you some additional reviews on that. I presume that's still open. Yep. Cool. The stop, refresh, it, close. Have we made any progress at all on this?
No, still trying to understand.
Yeah, I would agree. It's annoying. Okay. So Artem, on the VPP plugin, the WireGuard plugin, I saw, thank you for connecting me over email and looping me into the thread that you were having with the WireGuard folks. It looks like they had two sets of concerns when they looked at your code. One was around the GPL license stuff, which we're already working on. And the other was they made some comment about a functional problem. Did you happen to be able to figure out what that was?
No, I didn't figure out. They didn't answer me more.
Mm-hmm. They didn't answer me either.
Yeah. They answered for a very long time. I tried to ping them today. And I found that they're working on the FreeBSD kernel implementation, and recently added some implementation that interest us, like Noise Protocol, but it is unclear in what state it is now. And this week, I also tested my code, made a few tests for plugin, VPP tests, and updated my pull request. And now I plan to test it on Docker containers.
That sounds fantastic. Have we been able to figure out rooting out the GPL code issues that we're concerned about?
I think we're waiting for the WireGuard guys, because only the noise protocol, the part of the WireGuard itself, is blocking us in this area, as we discussed before too.
And you did mention that they're working on a BSD implementation, which means they've got the same, they've got a variation of our problem. And it'll be interesting to see what is often done in those circumstances is they will dual license things. Like many kernel drivers in the Linux kernel, you'll see a license header that says, this is licensed as GPL or BSD. And so we may wind up with something like that. So let's definitely try and keep the conversation open with that with them. I think you said you found solutions for the other crypto algorithms other than the noise protocol. So we'll keep trying. If you could drop me over email, Artem, a pointer to a place where they're working on the BSD stuff, I'll have a look there as well and see if I can find other hooks for trying to get their attention.
Yeah, sounds good.
I know they also have an IRC channel, which may be a good way to try and contact them as well. But do keep in mind the IRC channel is completely public, so anything and everything you say is publicly visible. All right, the kernel forwarder guys aren't here. I've seen a bunch of patches on the SRIOV forwarder stuff. I do apologize, I need to go take a look at some of those, but it does appear that you've been quite busy there.
Yep.
The WireGuard remote mechanism support for VPP agent forwarder is blocking on the WireGuard stuff. SRIOV support we discussed. Under to-dos, I think you're actually
this issue in progress.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Command forwarder VPP agent, that's actually in progress. Authorized chain monitor elements is not yet. Network service CRD responds with old values not updated. Is someone looking at this? Okay, so Venkata is actually trying to work on it. Thank you very much for providing the pointer, Denise. So I'll move this to, I'll leave that there for the moment. Advanced query parameters. you were suggesting advanced query parameters. At some point, I would love it if you could write down what you guys were thinking here, because I can imagine all kinds of interesting ideas that might involve advanced query parameters. I just don't have any in my list of ideas that require them. And so I'd be very interested to hear about your list of ideas. So. Cool.
Yeah, in general, as I remember, our internal discussions about find for endpoints, and like some caching will be quite easy to implement with this. So we could check for updates with only required endpoints or network services and so on. So just basic of this. And we will think about more and more use cases, yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. All right then, so is there anything else that folks need assistance with or want to discuss in the Issues PR meeting?
I think no.
All right, excellent.
If you're interested, we can take a look at the root case of issue 2142.
Okay, hang on. This is in the network service mesh repo.
Oh, it is interdomain NSM bulk register NSE.
What's the issue number?
21. Let me second to check. It is issue in repository network service mesh. And number 2142.
Okay. Got it. You said the root.
Can you please open last PR?
Okay.
Yes. And the file changed. Yep. And root case here in this file, registry.row. Yes, and here we missed to swap IP addresses in case of using bulk IP.
Okay. Okay.
Also,
that would make things go badly.
Another interesting question, why it is working correctly on all clusters, and the root case of this in file above. Can you please scroll up? Yep. Here we have get public IP methods, and this method returning external IP address for all on all clouds. So in this case, we don't need to replace IP addresses. That's why it is working correctly. That's worked correctly. And I have added here env variable to force set IP addresses to localhost. You can scroll down to check it in the test. Scroll down, and here, yes, this I just set this address to localhost, and with this fix, this test correctly passing CI.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for chasing this down. I do appreciate it. It's been one of those that's been mysterious for a while because it was hard to reproduce. Okay, excellent. Anything else before we adjourn for between now and the community meeting? I've got a couple things I was hoping to chase down for the agenda that I haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah, Ed, if you have a chance, could you please look on the latest NSM manager pull request? At least we could merge it, and I will work on comments.
Okay, I will go take a look.
In separate pull request, yeah.
I'll go take a look. All right, cool. I will see you guys at the community meeting in about 10 minutes.
Yep. See you.